In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build and launch your own SMS AI appointment setter to book sales calls in any type of niche and industry. Now, for context, I run an AI appointment setting agency built specifically for agency and marketing companies, and I've been running it for the last 2.5 years. And as I've scaled the company, I've been able to sell AI appointment setters from anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 up front, plus I charge a monthly fee to use our AI setters. Now in this video, I'm going to give you the whole backend look on how our AI setters operate, specifically the text setters that can run on SMS, email, Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp, and how our conversational AIs can book in any type of use case when it comes to scheduling appointments. In all types of businesses, we work with all types of industries. So roofing companies, fitness coaches, marketing companies, other AI automation founders, insurance, real estate, and just general consultants that sell some type of high ticket offer online. So by the end of this video, not only are you going to see the logic and how we build our AI appointment setters and how we have them function, but you're also going to be able to see a live demo of our text agent in action through iMessage. The first thing we need to discuss is the science of actually building good, high-converting AI text setters. So the number one reason most AI appointment setters fail is because they sound very robotic. So simply leads can catch on to the fact that it's a bot, and then they just ghost, right? If you, in the same way that you were about to give someone thousands of dollars or buy someone service, most of the time leads get turned off by the idea of them talking to AI. So it's in your best interest when you build AI appointment setters to be as human-like as possible, and I'm going to show you exactly how we've gotten our AIs to be almost indistinguishable from a human conversation to an AI conversation. Now, the first thing is going to be the actual cadence of how AI speak. So in a lot of AI conversations, they'll respond to your text and be like, got it. Oh, you're talking about how your lead flow is bad. Let's fix that. Would you like to book on a call? And so a lot of AIs, when I'm saying sound like a bot, it literally sounds like a consistent flywheel of every single time it responds to your text, it's sounding in the same type of cadence and wording. The next one is going to be, it literally responds in seconds. So with our AI appointment setters, we do randomized response time. Sometimes we respond in 5 minutes, sometimes we respond in a minute, sometimes we respond in 30 minutes or an hour, right? Depends on how the business wants it when it comes to if they want an AI to text after working hours, like during 2, 3 a.m., or they just want to have it only operate during manual business hours, meaning 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, the thing with most AI appointment setters is they're going to be reactive based, meaning the moment they get a text, they're automatically going to respond as if it's like some customer support bot chat that you have on tons of software platforms right now. So additionally, when it comes to randomized response times that we have integrated in our AI appointment setters, we also have it to where our AIs can have multiple different questions asked to us or multiple different texts sent to our AI, and our AI will coherently respond to all of those texts at once instead of sending 3 different texts back and it's all answering different questions, right? So for example, let's say you have a typo in your text and you decide to send another text putting an asterisk on that typo. In most conversation flows with AI, the AI will also respond to that typo text, which in itself is not what a human would do. So in a lot of our appointment settings flows, we have wait stages so that the AI can coherently collect all the data that's been texted from the lead so that it can coherently text back. And on top of that, our AI can send multiple texts back in a given moment to break up structuring. Because another thing is AI is saying too much in a single text bubble. And instead, what an AI should be doing is concisely speaking, just like how a human does in their text. And if they have tons of things to say over a text chain, they're going to break it up into multiple messages, okay? So most importantly, with building any AI appointment setter, doesn't matter the platform you use or if you're going to build it yourself, like how we do for our own company, it really comes down to the brain and modem. So we use Go High Level as the actual messaging channel. So for sending text messages, for sending emails, and all types of other messaging platforms for the sending, but the actual brain is built by our agency ScaleAgents. Now, when a lead comes in, our ScaleAgents AI reads it, and then the brain processes what the response is going to be based on the knowledge base. So a lot of our knowledge base building has just been snowballed up into every single one of our conversation knowledge bases we have now. We have universal set rules. So in every single conversation flow we build for any client, there's already certain subset rules. For instance, don't have M dashes in your text. Don't constantly reaffirm what they say at the beginning of every sentence. Don't send emojis. Don't be playing hardball when it comes to booking appointment. Have a genuine conversation, qualify them before you decide to ask them to book an appointment, just like how any other human would be. You're not just gonna have one text with them and say, hey, yada, 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 let's book in. Another random rule is AI loves to keep repeating people's names. we only say their name once in a conversation flow. And from then, why would you need to keep saying, yes, John, yeah, we can do X, Y, and Z for your home improvement business, okay? So these types of strategies have just slowly been accrued in our agency as we've just launched more and more AI appointment setters in all these different industries. But what it really comes down to is crafting as human of a knowledge base as possible. And lastly, we used to have it where our AIs would send links to book appointments. That's terrible for friction. Instead, every AI right now should be doing in-chat appointments where the AI is plugged into the calendar and knows availability and is simply just telling the lead or prospect what times are available. So that's just simply called in-chat appointment setting. And so the whole reason anyone would want an AI in the first place, and there's a whole science behind it, is speed to lead. So a lot of our AI appointment setters in our company and the clients we work with, a lot of their leads come from paid ads or Google or some type of organic stream like YouTube, where a lead immediately opts in and we need an AI to reach out as soon as possible. And speed to lead is one of the easiest metrics to sell people on AI appointment setters, simply because if they miss a lead and don't react fast enough, that's a window of time for a competitor to take your lead and sell them. And again, like I said, sounding like a bot, that's like the easiest way to destroy an AI appointment setting flow. And later in this video, like I said, I'm going to show you an example of what a good human conversation looks like. And every single conversation and text that's sent with the AI needs to be very clear and simple. So every message, especially in the qualification side of conversation flows with AI, it needs to be adding leading questions and sending specific messages to slowly get them closer to the appointment proposed part of the conversation flow that we have. So imagine this, it's a fresh lead. We need to have them answer a certain subset of questions to make sure they're qualified. And once they are qualified, it's the AI's job to then transition them and bridge them over into an appointment. They can't just simply have a lead opt in and immediately try to book them. It doesn't go for very human-like, genuine conversation flows, okay? And lastly, offer slots. So we don't just have our AIs ask when they're available. We simply spoon feed them times. And when it comes to a conversational point, the conversion rate's gonna be a lot higher when you're simply spoon feeding them times or telling them when you're available. Because you don't want it to be a case where the prospect is saying their availability and you simply have none of those and you just are going ping-ponging back and forth trying to figure out an optimal time. So when it comes to the AI brain itself, there's 6 things that need to be dialed in before you can launch a lead conversation and start sending AI messages today. So the first one is going to be the persona. So who is the AI? What tone of speaking are they going to be doing? And what are the do's and don'ts of their conversation flows, okay? So for instance, if a lead simply asks them who their name is, the AI already needs to be trained on who they are as a persona. The next one is going to be the offer. So your AI needs to be extremely dialed in on what the offer they're selling is, so that if any type of FAQ questions are asked, the AI is able to handle it like any other human would, right? So plugging in sales calls, plugging in websites, plugging in SOPs from the business so that the AI is trained on each and every variable of the business so it can ask any types of questions is so important. The next one is going to be objection bank. So in all of our knowledge bases that we build for AI appointment setters, we have an objection bank where it's the top 20 objections that leads consistently give the business owner, and we ask the business owner to give us a list of these objections and the answers and the winning reply to say back to these leads to get past that objection, okay? And then the next one is going to be the booking rule. Like I said, offering real slots, having the AI confirm the time and also send the invite autonomously is going to be very important to seem like it's a human actually going out of their way, booking the appointment, and then sending them reminders as well. Next is going to be guardrails. So it's similar to having like the do's and don'ts, having guardrails where, for instance, we don't let our AIs send emojis. We don't let our AIs have M dashes in the conversation flow because that's a very AI thing to do, right? And then lastly, it's the goal. So truthfully, I find it very hard to build very high converting AI appointment setters if you're giving them multiple different goals for the conversation, okay? So for instance, if we're working with a roofing company, the whole point of that conversation flow is to qualify them, make sure they're in the right district or location for the business, figure out if they're financially qualified or if they have some type of insurance claim that they'd like to redeem, and then actually getting them over to a booked appointment. If you overwhelm the AI with all types of goals and necessary details to be said on the actual conversation flow, it leads to a lot of pitfalls, meaning there's just going to be way more chances of your AI actually breaking in conversation versus the whole existence of the AI is to appointment set and actually get them onto a confirmed appointment, sending them reminders so that they show up. So a few laws that we always have our AIs tapped into to seem as human as possible are going to be objections preloaded, like I said, matching the lead's energy. So if a lead is very upfront, the AI will kind of match their energy essentially meaning that they're going to talk like the lead does. On top of that, of course, with any AI conversation flow that you're building, having a pre-built automation flow for follow-ups is so damn important, because in many appointment setting systems, whether it's a human running it or not, follow-ups are where a lot of the money is made. I would argue that 50% of appointment setting revenue comes from follow-ups alone, meaning you're sending follow-ups 24 hours, 2 days, 3 days, a week out after the conversation went stale where the lead stopped responding. A lot of those conversations can get revived by simply having a follow-up system in place. And by the way, when it comes to building even more human-like conversation flows with follow-ups, we never have specific time intervals that our AIs are reaching out. So let's say we have a 24-hour follow-up sequence in place. Okay, we're not going to follow up directly in 24 hours because we're going to be able to look at the timestamps and notice it's exactly 24 hours after. Maybe we'll do 23.7 hours out of the last message said. So at any moment when the lead actually looks at the timestamps of the messages, it looks like a human went out of their way to send the response. The same way we have randomized response times with an AI responding back to a lead, we don't want them to catch on and say, hey, this person's been responding exactly a minute every single time I send a text to them. And lastly, this is knowing when to stop. When it comes to compliance and legalities of doing outreach, your AI needs to know when to opt out any lead that is very obviously saying to back off. Okay, so especially with leads saying, take me off your list or put me on your do not call list, your AI needs to be trained to immediately take them off. That causes for concerns of compliance issues. And if you don't do this properly and you do have an investigation against you, you can pay hundreds of dollars per lead that you're incorrectly messaging to and outreaching to. So now I want to show you the appointment setting logic that we have very commonly with our clients. The first one is going to be a lead coming from an inbound trigger, whether it's a form from an ad or a form from some type of website, where the AI sparks the conversation with a pre-recorded message that we have. And like I said, we use Go High Level for the actual modem of messaging. So the first trigger message isn't AI generated, it's a pre-built message that we send off. And then the AI is going to go back and forth and try to get them on a time. Now, if they don't reply, of course, we're going to do follow-up cadences to get them on a call. So like I said, most of the money that's made in appointment setting is going to be through follow-ups and having some type of system in place to force the lead to get a response out of them, okay? And once the AI locks in a time, it's going to put the appointment book trigger inside of Go High Level for our client where it's connected to their availability. And then from there, we have a workflow that's specifically just for confirmations and getting the person to show up. So normally, for instance, in our ad streams that we're running right now for our agency, we do 24-hour reminders, 2-hour reminders, and 2-minute reminders leading up to the call that's sent to their text and email to force them to show up. Show up rate can be a big issue in any type of sales call oriented business. So if you can increase someone's show up rate by 5-10% minimum, that's so much more money they can cash collect in the back end just from increasing show up rate alone. And on top of that, if a lead misses a call so they no show, we have a recovery sequence that sends over a 14-day period where it's emails and text to try to get them rescheduled. So our AI doesn't just roll over and die and accept the fact that the lead missed the call. No, we have the AI automatically send recovery emails and text to get them on a new appointment. And on top of that, if a lead out of nowhere just cancels, we also have a cancellation workflow that works very similar with the recovery workflow, where for 14 days straight, we're sending them emails and text to try to get them to reschedule. And anytime the appointment is moved, it's the same thing where they're entering into a reschedule workflow. And that logic also works for our voice agents. So anytime there's an inbound call or a trigger of a form and our AI dialer calls them through our appointment setting platform, the AI is going to do the same thing where it talks live and qualifies them before we even pitch them to some type of slot on our calendar. And then once they're qualified, the AI will actually book the call. And the same thing, it'll go through these workflows where they're either going to be getting reminders. If they reschedule, they'll have reschedule workflows. If they cancel, we're going to try to get them onto a new appointment, okay? So like I said, we use Go High Level very heavily for the modem of sending messages, but our actual AI brains are custom coded that we've been using. We no longer use platforms like N&N, Make.com, or Zapier to build out our AI appointment setters. We used to do that in 2024 and 2025. And the new age of AI, especially appointment setters, is being able to custom code your AIs itself. So now let's get into a live demo of what our AI appointment setting platform looks client facing. So essentially what our leads and clients actually see from a front end point of view, seeing their AI analytics and conversations, but also I'm going to show you in a text terminal, screen recording my phone, texting back and forth with one of our AI demos. So here's a look into our platform that we can build inside Go High Level. So a lot of our users and a lot of our clients that we work with use Go High Level very heavily. So what we do is we build a custom menu link to throw our appointment setting software in, but also this can run on its own URL outside of Go High Level if they don't use Go High Level, okay? Inside of here, our clients can see AI analytics, so new lead, AI reached out, talking with AI, call proposed, appointment booked, no-show cancellation, no response, lead lost, lead won, all these analytics that are gonna be super important in the actual conversation flows. And on top of that, they can have like their pipeline snapshot of seeing what their AI is doing. So in this account specifically, we have 167 calls booked out of a lead list of 3,800 people. Now, a metric that we always add in any of our client dashboards to be custom code form is going to be estimated labor saved. So on average, an appointment setter is going to cost anywhere from $15 to $25 an hour, depending on how good and the type of caliber of appointment setter they are, if they're going to run your text or social media platforms. But we always calculate how much money they would have spent on a human appointment setter rather than using our AI. And then they've saved over 524 hours using our platform alone. Now, this video is going to give you a demo of our SMS dialer. If you want to check out how I build my voice AI agents, and also you want to see a live call test that I did on a video, I'm going to pop up a video on the top right now where you can check out a portion of one of my videos where on the video I call my AI and have it book an appointment for me. But again, in this video, it's going to be SMS and text AI related. So again, this platform is very client facing. So inside of here, they can test their messaging AIs, and they can also test their voice AIs as well. But inside of here, we have all types of scenarios. So roofing lead, marketing agency, online course, Instagram DMs. So like, for instance, if you're a fitness coach, and then Facebook DMs for like a HVAC or home service business. So like I said, our text agents operate on almost every single messaging platform besides LinkedIn, just because LinkedIn has a very hard API for you to actually AI automate messages. But inside of here, our clients can actually test back and forth and talk with their AIs. On top of that, if they have any changes or adjustments that they want to make on the fly, they can literally just type below here and apply and retest, or drop a file of an Excel sheet or Google Doc of some edits they want to make in their conversation flow. For instance, if a client has their pricing from $700 a month, that's what they charge, and they want to change it to $900 a month, they can simply go in this terminal and text inside the feedback and adjustments, and the AI will automatically change the knowledge base itself. But of course, a lot of our clients are done for you, meaning that if they have any edits, and they can just simply text us and we'll do it for them. But these are for very minute adjustments that they want in their conversation flow that they can do anytime. On top of that, we have a support ticket system. So anytime a client wants to change anything in their conversation flow, whether it's knowledge base related or follow-up related, or they have a new inbound trigger that they want to add into their AI so that AI can talk to them, they can add a new ticket. They just click new ticket, select the category, the priority, and it'll go into a log system of our devs in the backend that'll automatically fulfill it. On average, we fulfill in under 24 hours. So a big selling point when we're running ads and we're booking calls and people want to use our AI appointment setting platform is the fact that a lot of our support is done for you. That's what they're paying for monthly for the AI to function, but also the fact that they get ongoing support 24/7, 365. It doesn't matter. Any type of ticket we will resolve in under 24 hours. That's one of our guarantees. So now here's a look into our demo terminal. This is a terminal we give to a lot of our prospects and interested customers that want to test out our dialers and text agents. And then it'll send me a 2-factor authentication code on my phone. So I'm going to punch that in right now. And then as we speak, the AI is going to text me. So now I'm going to screen record my phone so you can follow along on what I'm going to say with the AI so you can see how the functionality actually works. So I've got a screen recording on right now. All I'm going to do is just said, hey, we kicked off your ScaleAgents AI demo. Quick heads up, I'll reply about 30-second delay because messages between messages on purpose. So what I'm going to do is say, how's it going? Could you tell me more about your services? What I'm going to try to show you in this conversation flow specifically is that our AI is very tapped into our service delivery. It knows everything about our offer in and out. And we're actually going to do a live booking test to see that it actually functionally books an appointment and shows up onto our calendar. So the AI said, pretty well, thanks for jumping on. So the quick version, we build and run AI appointment setters for businesses, and AI that texts your leads, qualifies them, handles objections, books them on your calendar around the clock. Our team builds and manages the whole thing so that you're not touching any of it. What kind of business do you run? So I'm going to say, I run a roofing marketing agency. I would like to book calls for my clients. So what I'm trying to get here is the AI to actually give me a reason to use the service in the first place. I explained the type of business that I'm having. Like I said, in a lot of conversation flows, having AI have a leading question as to why the conversation should keep moving in the first place is so important. So it's given me a question, I've responded to it, and the AI is going to handle that question and move it deeper into the qualification process of our appointment booking flow. So you'd be offering this as a service to your roofing clients, white label style. That's actually a really common use case for us. When a roofing lead comes in for one of your clients, what does your follow-up look like right now? So the AI is currently asking my process of what I'm doing in my agency. So what it's trying to pitch to me right now is we can use an AI follow-up system with all the lead generation efforts that I'm currently doing in my roofing marketing company. So I'm going to say I have a human setter on payroll to do follow-ups. How would your AI system convert better? So I'm just going to play a little bit hardball with it and just straight up ask, why would an AI versus a human do better? So it said a human setter misses leads after hours, takes off time, has bad days. This runs every hour of every day and responds in under a minute, which is when conversation rates are highest. The other piece is your setter is one person. If you're scaling to more roofing clients, you need to hire another. With us, you just bring on another account. How many roofing clients are you managing right now? So I'm honestly just going to stop the yapping back and forth and just try to test the appointment booking process to see that it'll actually send me a confirmation of my appointment booked. Mind you, the AI doesn't already have access to my email, so it should ask me for my email before it actually puts a time on the calendar. So I'm going to say, honestly, let's just discuss more on call. When are you available? So it just gave me times. It says Sunday at 11 a.m., Monday 7 a.m., and 8 a.m. So I'm just going to say, let's do 7 a.m. And then I'm going to ask, where will you send the invite? So the AI just replied and said, what's your email? I'll get that locked in for you. So I just sent over my email. It should collect that email and then lock in a slot based on the 7 a.m. that we agreed on. So boom, just like that, it just booked my appointment. And it also sent me an email as well, and it booked in the time for CDT. So this is a little bit different time zone for me. But again, it's in the video link inside the chat as well. So, and then as you can see in Go High Level here, you can see the appointment actually is populated inside, and it also has added it to the sales manager's calendar as well. So that's a live look into how our text setters work in action. Like I said, if you want to see how our voice dialers work, they're very similar in structuring. The only difference is it's over the phone versus text. And the cool thing about our dialers and texters is if you have a conversation over text and then all of a sudden you call the AI up, it'll automatically already know the conversation and context that has already been had. And so the AI will automatically pick up where we left off. That is a limitation that a lot of appointment setting platforms have, including the Go High Level native AI. And a lot of our front end marketing and the ads that we run right now, we're selling to Go High Level users that have tested out the AI and they realized that it sucked, and so we build them a better one. But yeah, guys, I hope you learned a thing or two when it comes to SMS appointment setters. The whole name of the game is building as human AI appointment setters as possible. And also, if you want to get access to my entire stack of automations, templates, tutorial videos, and snapshots inside of Go High Level, Make, NetN, and Zapier, you can click the link down below and check it out. Plus, we do live weekly calls. It's just $97 a month. So as you know, I run the main agency, ScaleAgents, but we also have a partner community like I just mentioned. So this video, if you click the link down below, will give you a full rundown of everything that's included. If you're kind of starting out in your AI agency or you just need automations today to start selling, we've built an entire platform for that. Plus, we built a portal where we have an AI that automatically builds automations for you and deploys it, AI funnel website builder, AI offer builder. So an AI that's trained on our own offer strategies when it comes to building cold traffic, ad ready offers in the AI space, an AI that'll help you do your outreaching in sales scripts, templates, all that good stuff, and an AI that'll help you build and launch ad creatives. And most importantly, the weekly live calls. We have tons of other AI agency owners in here if you want to check it out. But yeah, if you have any questions on the logic of AI appointment setters, or you need help building an AI appointment setter for your own agency or your business, you can click the link down below and check it out, or you can just comment below and ask any questions you want, and I'll try to get back to you. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. I'm now going to be posting almost every single day on this channel, giving you value, and there's all sorts of tutorials that I post. So thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.